Hey friends, Christina Steinbrook here, Superstar Director. I wanted to chat with you guys today for week 4 of Leap to Lead on presenting, and my topic is courage, creativity, and consistency. If any of you guys watched Melissa Grath in, was it SFR last year during virtual SFR, and she actually quoted me, which is really funny because she used to be like my Scentsy hero, and so like having that like full circle moment where she quoted me at like our global event in front of like hundreds of thousands, not I wouldn't pluralize that because that's weird, tens of thousands of consultants was just like a really cool moment. Anyway, I'm bringing it down, but I always tell people that one of the keys to being able to stick around with Scentsy for a really long time and to keep going in your business for a really long time is having courage, creativity, and consistency. Can you hear that? I think my husband's fixing a closet door right now. Done? Okay. So first of all, as far as it goes with selling the product and you need to think outside the box. Make sure that you read Scentsy's policy and procedures. Make sure you read all of our compliance documents. You need to know what is allowed. There's a ton of examples on what you can do, but then get super creative with all of the things that you can do, because there's a lot. The rules give you the freedom to brainstorm in a safe way. Think outside the box and know that the next best idea has not been thought of yet. All of the things that you see floating around on the internet, all of the things you see on Pinterest, all of the things that your leaders post weren't provided by Scentsy. It was someone brainstorming a way to get new business, to think of a way to reach their customers, to attract new people into their business. And that doesn't stop with them. It doesn't have to come from someone who is outside of our team, who's been with Scentsy longer than you. It gets to come from you at any time. It gets to come from any place and from any level of experience. It just takes the willingness to try. Brainstorm. Think of ways that you get to reach new people and to get different likes or leads or comments or interactions or, referrals, anything. Just be creative. Keep brainstorming. Always write down your ideas. Brain dump anything you can think of and then pair them up with compliance and policies. Run them by your sponsor first and make sure that they're good, and then just go for it. Always try it. And I always tell people at the end of the day, worst case, you read a rule wrong and they email you. They're not going to fire you the first time, but you should always be trying and do your best. The next thing is you have to have the courage to try. Don't be shy. You need to just do it. Stop being timid, take the first step, and just put yourself out there. It's worth it. All of the good things that are for you in your business are on the outside of your comfort zone, so you have to step forward. So try new things. You need to find ways to meet new people, and using that creativity, have the courage to talk to those people. When we do things like LTO launches, and a really good thing and resource to use is on the workstation, there's an LTO guide. Use our limited time offerings to meet new people. Say we release something that with one of our partners that you're not specifically interested in. Find a pocket of people that are interested in that. Make sure you know policy. You cannot go comment in groups, on threads, in official pages or anything for those topics, but you can at least find people that you're friends with that like those things and find new customers based on that, and or local communities of people, or little pockets of people, or local organizations that make sense in those areas. But use that to have the courage to spread out and meet new people in those areas. Another thing, you have to be consistent in your business. And this is in every area of your business. Consistency is the key to trust in your business. If people do not trust that you're going to be here for very long or stick around, they will not give you their business, and they definitely will not give you their referrals. They will not send friends your way. They're not going to recommend you to people. You have to be consistent. And that means posting more than once a month. That means posting more than once a year. You have to be consistent, and you have to be consistent in more than just a Facebook post here and there. You have to be consistent in your customer service. You have to be consistent in your product knowledge. You have to be consistent in how often you think of them or know what your customers prefer and like. You have to be showing up and making sure that they are in the know of new products that are coming, that they know that there's, a discontinued list, that a catalog is leaving and a new one's coming. You need to know more about your product as often as possible than your customers do, that you know what our product warranties are. You have to be knowledgeable, and you have to stay consistently on top of the knowledge that is provided by Scentsy, and just make sure that you stay up on top of it and that you are consistently showing up for your customers. And if you're not online often, you need to make sure that you're showing up in other ways, because you don't have to be online often in your business, but you need to be consistently showing up for your customers, sending postcards, sending emails, texting, whatever you can do, making a phone call if that's your thing. Whatever you can do, you have to be consistent. They need to associate your name with Scentsy, or else you're not going to get future business from your friends. You're not going to get referrals, and they're not going to stick with you long term. You're not going to have that kind of loyalty, which you've heard before from others in previous videos. And then, slightly unrelated but also related, make sure that you're going with any sorts of changes in the business and changes in the way that people prefer to be communicated with, and changes in the way our products are used, and adapting to things so that you're relevant, because your customers are going to need to adapt too, and new generations of customers are going to follow those who adapt, and you are going to have to continuously work on attracting new customers and new generations of customers no matter what. And so make sure that you stay relevant to those around you, and that you are continuously learning new skills. Anyone can learn something new. Don't use it as an excuse to not try, and make sure that you are taking the initiative to learn those things yourself. Don't wait for anyone to teach you something. Reach out, find the resources, make sure that you're teaching yourself what you need to know to be an expert at your craft and an expert at your job, and just like Sybil said, a fragrance specialist, a pro. It's up to you. It's not up to anybody else. But as long as you are doing it and you're showing up, your customers are going to continue to stay loyal to you, and it's going to make all of the difference in your business. And to wrap it up, again, just creativity, courage, consistency, long-term, repeatedly in all areas, in the three main areas of your business, which right now we're talking about presenting, but that's your PRV, right? Your prospecting, like we talked about earlier. And then what we're going to talk about soon is your team building. All three of those areas all require the same thing: creativity in how you do it, courage to do it, and consistency over time is what's going to build your business and keep it going in a healthy way long term. Have a great day, guys.